What is good, guys? Today I'm going to show proof that I did telepathy with one of my business partners. I'm going to be talking about my first time doing telepathy and my second time with one of my business partners and my third time in public. So that's going to be interesting. Now, my first time doing it was not on impulse, right? It just happened out of nowhere. I was talking to someone and then they said something that I thought about before. But the thing is, that thought felt like it was invasive. So it didn't come from me, it felt like another voice, and this is what telepathy is. See, whenever you're doing telepathy with someone, you are bouncing frequencies between them. So that is why whenever you're more compatible with someone, you're able to do telepathy a lot easier with that person. Now after that, I ended up saying the phrase before he could get it out because I had a similar thought that felt the same. So I said it to him and he was like, "How did you know I was going to say that?" And I told him I low-key like heard before you said the other thing, and he got kind of weirded out, which I mean, that's logical because if someone came up to me and started saying, "Oh, you're thinking about French fries right now," I'd be like, get away from me, bro. What are you doing? This was at age 11. I tried to do it again, but I wasn't able to go about it because of one thing. There was not enough content on social media that talked about telepathy at the time, which this was around 11 years ago. So I was stuck with what was out there. Now, around 6 months ago, I got introduced to a business partner who has similar interests as me, right? We like a lot of the same stuff, so we clicked instantly. So the first thing I noticed with this girl is that we started to say the exact same things, right? She would talk about an idea for business and I'd be like, "Hey, I low-key thought about that right before you said it. Whoa, hold on." And then one time I noticed a few minutes before she sent the text, I thought of what she just texted. So then when that happened, I was like, we're tapped in, right? I can hear her thoughts because I remember this from last time. My bad, the camera just died. Anyways, I started being able to read her thoughts. And then what happened was before she would say something, I would type it out on my notes and then send it to her right after she replied to show her the timestamp and that I was actually reading her thoughts. So I ended up doing this 3 times, 2 over text, 1 over the phone, and we were completely in sync. Now, we ended up doing stuff that people that like each other do, and after that, I heard everything, right? All the bad things she was thinking about me, all the good things she was thinking about me, and it was crazy because she had a lot of very crazy thoughts. I confronted her about this, and then, she was like, "Oh, I be getting angry sometimes," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And then a few other things happened. And after that, we just ended up not working out, but that was that, right? Now, I ended up meditating for a week right after this. And what happened was I was actually able to read everyone's thoughts, right? I was walking around and I just could tap in with people, right? It's kind of like a sixth sense in a way. I'd say telepathy is like having an intrusive thought with a different font on it. Now, how do you actually do telepathy, right? How do you do it intentionally? Number one, you have to be at a higher vibration, right? You have to be at a higher vibration. So if you aren't reading up on those books, meditating, eating well, doing everything you should be, then you might not be able to do it with other people. Number two, you have to practice, right? I'd recommend trying it with a friend that you like a lot because the more you like them, the easier you guys are going to be able to tap in with each other. I'm not telepathic 24/7. I have to meditate into that state, right? And I have to be compatible with the person. So while I was walking, I wasn't able to do it with everyone. Experiencing just reading other people's thoughts was one of the biggest eye openers in my life. I always thought that people dislike me, but it just seems like everyone hates everyone, right? We usually overthink about some small comment that you said. So the whole point of this video is not for you to go around and just start reading random minds. It's to expand your consciousness, right? I want to let people know that this stuff is actually possible. Yeah, that's the end of the video. That's the whole telepathy experience right there for you. If you guys did enjoy this video, like, subscribe down below. I also will have my Discord link down below in the description. Adios.